Welcome to part 2, where we actually make our way to Asheville, North Carolina. Back on the road, I thought that said Old Fort. Uh-oh, we must be getting close. There's signs for Asheville now. And it looks like Batman's hangout is no longer a secret. Uh-oh, Asheville and Biltmore Estates. Here we go. As we take a tour through Asheville, we see these strange places like Jack of the Wood and this funny looking piece of artwork. There's a double-decker bus. That's kind of neat. There's a hot dog king. We didn't go in there. It was closed. There's Mamacitas. And what do you expect to see? Yeah, Mexican rides. We were kind of curious to see what the hell this newspaper was all about. So we opened it up. They're all gone. The only thing left was trash in there. And speaking of trash, a strange bookstore selling books like these. What the hell's up with that? We saw this building in the skyline, so thought I'd snap a picture. It was standing out pretty well. We'll get back to it later. Just an antique stove. This is the center of Pack Square Park. I don't know why they call it that. It's not a park. Anyways, just some stores with Russian goods and some scarabs or beetles if you want. There's King Kong on top of the Empire State Building. And here's a strange couple. I think she thinks she's in the Viet Cong. And speaking of strange, this shop was closed, but it definitely had some really strange things going on. Apparently this is the historical S&W cafeteria. Apparently the Thirsty Monk is just down that way. I had to sew a couple of pictures together so you could see this whole thing. Neat, huh? Just some more artwork I thought was interesting. You might be saying, what the hell is that? Well, it's part of an art exhibit called Catwalk. These next few slides are them. Here's another building artwork I sewed together from a couple of pictures. This is just a neat building we seen while cruising downtown. And this is Mayfell's restaurant. That must be her there, just across the sidewalk from this giant iron. We noticed this cloudy face in one of the stores, and then we seen this bench. Doesn't look too comfortable, but it sure is neat. There's Kilwin's Chocolates. That was smelling good. Regardless of the name, this Cats and Dogs restaurant was an American place that served hot dogs, and we just thought these were neat wooden chairs. Another strange thing in this town was this was the entrance to a place called the Grove Arcade, which is not an arcade at all. It's just a big building with stores in it. This was a neat church. I zoomed in really close to the top, and you can see the owl in the window to scare off the birds. I don't remember the story behind this, but I thought it was neat. They must collect change and give it to the homeless people that live on the streets here. Here's some artwork called Shopping Days. It is kind of neat. That poor dog, though, he probably has to pee. Here was a shop called the Open Door Boutique. We were going to go in, but the door was closed. So we just kept walking and looking at other interesting things, like salsa. And this guy who would stand perfectly still for quite a long time. You thought he was a statue. Okay, quick tour around town. Glass building with reflection in it. Probably some government building some guy jumped from. This is probably their courthouse building. This building was kind of neat because it had no way to go upstairs. You had to go into the building next door where these people were sitting, go up, and then cross over.
Seriously, that's true.
If you go down here, you can get you some Sugar Mama cookies. Or you can just have them delivered hot.
There, you hear that? That's that guy. We've seen him here and there. Put these kilts on. That's as good as it gets. Don't know what the hell he's playing, but that's it. We're in Asheville, North Carolina, listening to some guy who thinks he's Scottish wearing a kilt play the bagpipes. Yep, beep beep.
I'm not sure what the deal was with this floral design, but here it is. Here we go. Finally something my style. And it's represented by the Air Force too. Woohoo! I don't remember what the deal was with this house. I guess I just thought it looked neat. Well, here we are pulling up to the Biltmore Estates. As you can see, it cost us an arm and a leg just to go watch it. Here's my picture I sewed together from a couple of shots. Actually, I should have went way back there to take the shots. Look at some of the pictures that they took. Oh, that's mine too. What a good picture. I think I sewed together 2 or 3 shots to get this one. There's the upper part of it. And finally, their pictures in different lights. Not bad actually. I still think my picture looks pretty darn good though. Here's some shots of the outside of the building, since they wouldn't let you take any pictures inside the building. Here's a couple of pictures they do at this portion of the estate, and here's what it looked like when we were there. Oh well. Okay, before we leave, I'm taking a few more pictures. There's the food court, and just some other pictures of the outsides of the building and statues and whatnot. Hey, I paid $50 just for me to come in this place. I'm taking a few pictures, damn it. On the way out, I stopped by the waterfall and this lake. I sewed a few pictures together so you could see the whole thing. It was a long drive out, but we seen this house and these trees on the way out. They kind of look like bamboo trees, but what the hell do I know? Well, that was the end of the Biltmore tour. Here we go out. We were hungry when we left, but reading this, we didn't know if it was a restaurant or a bookstore. Oh, here's a place where you probably get to see a lot of skin. One of the other things we did while we were there was went on a ghost tour with these ladies. We looked at the buildings and stuff, and we took a lot of pictures. All of this after 6 p.m. As you can see, all we got was dust specks and some neat green lights from this building. As you can see, everybody was taking pictures, but I really don't think anybody was catching any ghosts, except for maybe these. Actually, that was just raindrops. Back on the road again, we passed by this runaway truck road. Here's an abrupt stop. Then what do we got here? Looks like a chain gang. Down here, they take pride in their highways by landscaping with all these flowers. Neat, huh? Now for the next stop on our tour, Kannapolis, North Carolina, home of Dale Earnhardt. Stay tuned for part 3.